Hi, it's Gita with a quick update on what's happening in the government. The big news, of course, continues to be the budget, and President Trump and Russell Vought, the Director of Office of Management and Budget, spent last night meeting with Republican holdouts in the House of Representatives, and they appear to be softening. There most likely will be a vote today. I suspect they will get the budget through. But I'll have to update you at the end of the day to let you know what happened there. In other government news, on Wednesday, President Trump filed a brief with the Supreme Court requesting permission to fire 3 Democratic members of the Consumer Product Safety Commission. They were fired originally by President Trump, then a federal judge reinstated them, and now this has gone up to the Supreme Court. Firings were blocked by a judge in Maryland, and this case is really going to come down to whether the Supreme Court decides to overturn a 90-year-old Supreme Court decision known as Humphrey's Executor. In that decision, which was reached in 1935, the court unanimously decided that presidents cannot fire independent board members without cause. The Consumer Product Safety Commission was created in 1972, and its 5 members are required to maintain a partisan split, with no more than 3 representing the president's party. And they also serve staggered terms. And it was designed this way to make sure that every president had the opportunity to influence but not control the commission. What the Consumer Product Safety Commission does is it protects the public from unreasonable risks of injury or death associated with consumer products, including things like toys and other manufactured products. It does this by developing safety standards, issuing recalls, banning dangerous products, and educating consumers about the potential hazards. In other surprising news, on Monday, the Pentagon decided to halt weapons shipments to Ukraine, a move that caught a lot of people off guard, including members of the State Department. It's not clear what that means because President Trump seemed to be leaning more towards supporting Ukraine, at least recently. But the Pentagon's explanation is that weapon stockpiles in the U.S. are getting a little bit low, and so they decided to freeze any shipments to Ukraine. And it seems like maybe they did this kind of unilaterally. So it's a developing story. I'm sure more information about it will come out soon. And finally, the president leaves tomorrow to kick off a celebration of America's 250th birthday with a state fair in Iowa. It's the first of a series of events that will take place all year long to celebrate America's 250th anniversary, and it will culminate with a big what they're calling National Fair on the Washington Mall next year in 2026. This is intended to be a unifying event for a very divided American populace, give everybody something in common to celebrate and be proud of.